Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your weekly reading for November 14th through 20th. Hope you're amazing. So, we're going to go into the general energy for the week, and then we're going to focus on love specifically, and then career money, okay? And see what comes out for you, okay? So, Cancer, Two of Cups, Five of Swords, Eight of Swords. All in the upright. Cancer, I feel like you're in this focus to find companionship. And this doesn't necessarily have to be love. This could be just camaraderie in some way. But I feel like you want companionship. It's a real tight focus this week on that. It's like you're tired of finding someone and then it not working or not being good for you or not being the right decision. The focus is like finding someone you can have, like a tribe member, like a best friend, a love person to love, a comrade. And I feel like it's really going to be on your mind this week. A lot. What's interesting is it has a lot to do with how you express yourself to people. I feel like you need to open up more to find that type of person that you want. They're taking me down this route of kind of saying what you think is okay to say instead of saying what needs to be said. It's not bad. It's just what we do when we like first meet people or connect with people, and then you realize later, that this is not the person for me. I should have said this earlier, or you were trying to be, patient, kind, considerate. So we have discovery and prayer. This week, this is heavy energy for a week, but this is like really digging deep on what it is that you want. And it may be that you saw someone in their friendship or relationship and you're like, I want something like that. And it's unfortunate that you don't have it, but it's also fortunate that you saw something that triggered you enough to want to make changes to find something like that. I'm going to say that. Because it's not a fun route or thought process to be in. It's not something that's going to last a week. It's going to last some time. There's a kind of enlightenment that took place in you at this week that's going to trigger lots of changes in who it is you associate with and what it is you choose when it comes to the people that are around you. And it's not bad. It's just a little taxing. It creates a lot of change. So that's heavy for a week energy, right? So let's talk about your love life. All right. There we go. 7 of Cups. Ace of Wands in reverse. 8 of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Some of you are evaluating your relationships or other people's relationships because you want to see what you want and what you don't want, right? That's what's going on. I feel like this happened kind of the week before. You're like, what's good for me? What is it? I don't know. And there's so many options. There's so many things that you think that you like in people. And there's so many things you think that you might like, that you don't like, that you need, but you don't like, things like that. I feel like you're shifting through, just everything that you need and in love or want in love. And it's going to create a lot of chaos because there are some friends that you may not want to talk to this week that you usually do. There's some people that you are dating that you may cut off. There's some questions that you might ask that you might not get the answer that you want back. But I feel like what it's doing is bringing to the surface the things in your life that don't put you in the direction of love that you want to be in. So it's not comfortable, but it's helpful. Okay. Ooh, Cancer. Yeah. I feel like you're going to hear a lot of things that you don't want to hear from people when you start cutting people off or when you don't answer texts or when you disappear. You got a lot you need to think about here. And I feel like you need time to figure those things out. I feel like some people are going to feel like you say things that are mean, or they may say things that are mean to you because they don't understand what you're going through or what your thought process is right now. So I feel like there's a misunderstanding. Yeah, I feel like someone's going to try to contact you. Some of you, it feels like a friend and maybe a past lover about what happened. I feel like this person's going to have a lot to say to get you back. Yeah, someone has a lot to say because they're defensive. They see that you're changing or they see that things are different and they're just reacting in an aggressive way to kind of get their way, okay? So I would just ignore that as well. I don't feel like anything useful is going to come out of that. I don't think you really care that much. You may get emotional about it, but I really don't. Yeah, this is what's interesting because you got the Hierophant in reverse. I feel like if someone's gonna argue with you right now, you are just gonna cut them off. Like it's that simple. You're just gonna not talk to them. You're just gonna put the phone down. You're just gonna back away. I don't feel like you're connected enough to care. I know that sounds really weird, but it's just like, all right, I'm going to let this blow over and I'll be standing over here. Yeah. You're not looking to over sacrifice yourself to fix things this week. You're doing more thinking about what it is you want and don't want so you can make the decisions whether to move forward or back away officially. So it's easier to just kind of stand back. And that's what I see you doing, just kind of like going with the flow and letting things pass over you and not really making any kind of final decisions, I would say. Okay. Okay, so money and career. We have the Justice, Queen of Swords, and the Hierophant. This week, you are deciding to stand up for yourself and at work, or the decisions that you make when it comes to your money. Okay. I feel like it's time. It's one of those things where you knew that this was going to come around, where you would have to budget, or you would have to say something at work, or you would have to. You knew that it was coming. And you were quiet. You didn't say anything. You just kind of sat there. But I feel like this is the time where you feel this week that it's time to activate the plan, or to start saying something or doing something. The key is to be very smart about how you're doing it, because I feel like at this point, you've been thinking about it so much that you kind of just want to cut it off and you want to be done with it, or you want to be like, so is it a yes or a no? You know? But you got to try to be a little bit graceful to get to the outcome. Because I feel like you can be a little bit decisive. Yeah. Okay. So the Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, things are not going to go the way that you want them to. And I feel like that's just bothersome to you. I get that energy. It's like you're tired of sacrificing. You're tired of waiting. You're tired of being patient. And you're like, okay, I just want to get this done. Okay. But I feel like it's been a lot of stalling for a long time about what you should do. And now you're in this energy of like, I just want to stand up for myself and I want to create the life that I want to create. But I mean, it's good in some ways. Just be a little bit smart about how you use your words and making immediate, like cutting things off before thinking about it fully. Yeah, be careful with that, because I feel like there are some things or some conversations or some situations involved in this that are not complete. Like there are some things that need to still play out a little bit, and then you're going to want to come back to those. So be careful about it, okay? Yeah, be careful about that. So let me get some advice on this one. Okay. Don't be so worried. You got to let the worry go. Um, because you've been internally thinking about things for so long, it may come out in a way that you don't mean it to come out. So there are some aspects of your job that you love, and you have to keep that in mind. Because I feel like there's recognition coming. But you're going to have to kind of survive this last hump. Yeah. So you're going to have to let go of this feeling of being the redheaded stepchild, as they say, or not being heard, because something good is coming out of this in the end. Okay? Hold tight. I wanted to say that, but I wanted to wait and see what it was going to say, Cancer. Okay? So I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.